I get it.
Mbijan raganya.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la.
Ha, code nyingi.
Okay. What's that? Nsila ID soto.
That's sorry. I get it.
Mbijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariya.
Mbale.
Mo ki janna nun kunu bara tariya.
Jannom yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbali ya bere. Birim koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato ni fo bolong blabe.
56 branches mola soto Gambia jam.
Ha?
Gambia kono anin Gambia bantala bankol. Nko kodo kiya bere. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta même na kodi to poto nin kodi maraw. Jannom number 1 ti nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale de dadi ma nin domorol dir fana beteata. Gambia dawda yalo nga fa kendol sotale je.
Wo moyo diat.
Apelenta
baraka. Ni ma lafta nyelen kendol e bina.
Yalo bukani la ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Baraka.
Him that the last time he sent the money, it was not enough to buy all the provisions.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell him.
Are you guys talking about money transfer to buy provisions?
Yes.
But don't you know about Baluwo?
Baluwo? What is Baluwo?
Baluwo is a service that your son can use to send provisions directly to you guys from the shop. And you don't have to worry about the exchange rate.
Tell me how Baluwo works.
It's very simple.
Just log on to baluwo.com and shop, or download the app on your phone. You can shop on the website or using the app to buy online basic products for your family and friends. With Baluwo, you decide what your money is spent on. Your money, your choice. Buy online products for your family and friends in the Gambia, Senegal, Nigeria or Mali. Baluwo, better than sending money.
For the first time in the history of the Gambia, Gambia Printing Publishing Corporation proudly introduces the Biliomatic exercise book printing machine. The machine has the capacity to print more than 20,000 books per hour. Yes, 20,000 books per hour. It also prints magazines, newspapers, calendars, flyers, normal books and all kinds of printed documents plus items at affordable prices. With the Biliomatic printing machine, GPPC can now render high quality and non-size restricted printing service supply across the sub-region. Rush now and partner with GPPC for all your public and private printing service needs. Print with us today and you'd be offered highly professional, reliable and efficient service delivery by our team of experts. The Gambia Printing and Publishing Corporation is here to meet all demands and is reliable at all times. For more info, contact us on 437-4493 or 437-4402. GPPC is Gambian and it's yours.
Hello and welcome to the brunch on Kerr Fatou Live. I am Lavin Cham, welcoming you back again after Tabaski festivals, which of course I hope you enjoyed very much with your family, loved ones and friends. Now of course it's back to business for us, and this week on the program we look at the safety and traffic management on the newly expanded Bertil Harding Highway. That is, of course, the major road project dealing with the OIC, and that is the road that starts from Airport Junction right down to traffic lights or Sting Corner beyond it. That's just been expanded, and of course, the work is still incomplete. But of course, at the moment, the road has started being used by pedestrians and drivers. But of course, there have been a lot of expression of concern about the safety of traffic and pedestrians, commuters and drivers alike. In the recent past, when it was unofficially partially open, there have been incidents of fatal accidents, leading the authorities to put a temporal halt on the usage of the road. But of course, with the onset of the rains, the bypass roads are becoming impassable, and probably that is why the authorities are now allowing motorists to use the highway. But the highway is, of course, a new product in the Gambia, which of course means that there has to be a lot of sensitization to ensure its safe use and the safety of people using it. So that is why I drag into the studio the key stakeholders on the safety of the roads. I have Mr. Dene Nying. He is from the Contractors RXC company. Mr. Nying, welcome. And next to him is Police Commissioner for Traffic Units, Alhaji Lamin King Koli. Welcome, Koli.
Thank you.
I have Mr. Bakari Mane. He is Safety Officer responsible for safety at the National Roads Authority. Mr. Mane, welcome.
Thank you.
And of course, my far right is Omar Sise. He's the president of the Gambia Transport Union. Gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Well, like I said, this program is all about safety and management of traffic on the highway. So I will start by going to the National Road Authority, which represents Gambia government here. I want to know from you, Mr. Mane, what is the policy on the new road? How far has it been complete? And how has the government, your office, of course, what's your decision on its partial opening? Is it this partial opening, or is this just for the rainy season? Why are the motorists and commuters using it now, even if we know it is incomplete?
Thank you so much, Mr. Cham, and thank you for the invitation. I am Mr. Bakari Babai Mane, of the National Roads Authority. I am the road safety engineer of the National Roads Authority. Of course, the National Roads Authority being the executing agency of the Gambia for the upgrading of expansion project of the OIC road project. Of course, the national, what you just said, that is very true. We can all see on our road now, that is the Bertil Harding Highway. Traffic is exactly on the main highway. But that being the case, is the National Roads Authority shortly before the fees, and like you also mentioned, the rainy season, we find the rainy season now. We were using what we call the diversions, and the diversions is on both left and right of the said expansion project, and the traffic was on the diversion. But the contractor, like you said before, the contractor opened. This is not the first time. The contractor partially opened, and that is it's a short distance from the airport junction to Old Yondo, and for the traffic to move the traffic from the diversion to the main road. But of course, it did not went well with the populace, because the drivers, the road users, especially the pedestrians, we received some fatal road crashing on it. That's why we had to hold on it and allow them to use the diversion, because lives were lost because of the behavior of both drivers and road users. Of course, we cannot 100% blame the drivers of every road crash, because as far as the road crash, Mr. King, the commissioner is here, we'll talk about that. Each time there is a crash on the road, it's a multiple, even though the driver play a crucial role, but sometimes, that's why this platform is important, sensitizing. When it comes to road safety, it's a continuous process. People need to be sensitized, especially this is the first time of this kind of road in the Gambia. It's called a freeway interchange, which we've never seen in this country before. The highest that we've been having here is highways. The highways, we know they are bigger than when it compares to the feeder roads. A freeway interchange, meaning it has only few distribution points.
I see.
Distribution points.
Okay.
For example, from the airport Johnson, the first distribution point, interchange, that is Olyndum.
That's Costa Road.
Costa Road.
Costa Road.
Most of the people know
Yes.
about it. Costa Road. There you have overpass bridge, and you have underneath you have a distribution point, which is an interchange. Then from there, from that point, the next point is the old Sukuta traffic light.
Where you call it Jaban Johnson.
And there we have a roundabout. That's also a distribution point. And then the Senegambia turntable, famously turntable. And from there to Senegambia. Senegambia all the way to the Palma, and before you have the traffic light. Then the end of the project, that is the Sting Corner. So it's not similar what we used to know in this country.
Okay.
That being the case, the National Roads Authority, in consultation with its partners, the contractor, Ariski, the consultant, and the Gambia Police Force, with the department King Koli headed, that is the mobile police.
Yeah.
And with our parent ministry, Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, we call on an emergency meeting at the National Roads Authority under our new dynamic leadership to discuss about especially the approach, or the fast approach fees, which is Tobacco. This is just before the Tobacco fees.
Okay.
The concern is, yes, the traffic is already on the highway. What do we do, especially the safety aspect of it? Because the road, it has a two phase.
Yeah.
That is the phase 1 and phase 2.
Yeah.
The phase 1 start from the airport Johnson to Senegal, to turntable, Brusubi, Senegambia. That is the first one, phase 1, and the phase 2 start from Senegambia to Sting Corner. Right now, this phase 1 is already very close to completion.
Okay.
That is the first asphalt has been laid from the airport Johnson to Senegambia, and there will be another asphalt overlay on that one. That is a double ceiling. The first field ceiling is completed, but the infrastructures, that the safety aspect of it is not there.
Okay.
So contractor being allowing traffic to be on the road, that's why we are here to discuss about the traffic management.
We'll come to that, Mr. But at this point, I have to come to the engineer. You describe what you call the freeway, highway, different from the one we used to have. You describe what you call the distribution points. And you also describe, of course, that's the first phase is near completion. So we go to the people who deal with the nitty-gritties every day. So Dene Nying from Arexi, let me ask you to explain to us how traffic should move and be distributed at these various junctions that Mr. Mane described. For example, people have been wondering, they have not yet seen, it's not complete. People have been wondering what kind of traffic will go up your bridges, whatever you call it, and what kind of traffic will go around, etc., etc. So if you can really detail us, or plus any other technical information you think will be helpful in terms of safety, we'll appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Manu. And good afternoon to colleagues here, the Commissioner of World Traffic, the head of the National Transport Union, my colleague, Mr. Mane, and everybody at Kerr Fatou. Actually, what happens is, like, when the project is been designed, there are certain things that have to be put in place first. Certain documentations, plans, and etc. One, we must have to get an environment and social management plan, which looks at the environment and the society within the
project area
corridor and affected parties. This document have to be produced and sent back to the public for validation, which was done in the first place before we
started. Oh, yes.
This environment and social management plan is supported by what we call health, safety, and security management plan.
Okay.
That also have to be provided and validated by the public as well.
Okay.
Then, on the safety and traffic management, we have to develop what we call traffic management plan. This traffic management plan, we have to do it with stakeholders, and this also have to be validated. All this documentation have to be put in place before anything starts. We have, after developing these documents, we have to share it also with, after validation, we have to share it with stakeholders, like the police. We gave them a copy. We looked at it, bring down those documents again with all stakeholders, sit down, look at this, develop a strategic plan to on how to implement that particular document. So this all has been done. We have the traffic management plan. You can see it here.
I see. Interesting.
Traffic management plan
for the widening of the Bertil Harding Highway.
Yeah. So we have all what it takes to, implement it, which we have to do closely with the police. That's why anytime there is an issue around anywhere, we have to call on the police.
I see.
So based on that, we also collaborate with even stakeholders, or with the public.
Yeah.
We have, among this strategy, we used to do with the public directly. We have a strategy where we go to the mosque on Friday prayers.
Okay.
Yeah. During, and explain to them, give them our agenda. So during this, when the imam is summoned, during his summons, he will talk about this. Because as Mane rightly said, the issue of accidents and traffic management on this road does not only lie on the drivers, the vehicles, but also pedestrians. Bicyclists, motorbike.
Yeah.
Everybody is
definitely concerned.
Is definitely concerned. Because if you look at the incidents he mentioned, series of accidents happens between when you partially open from Airport Junction to
Coastal Road.
And what happens? Most of the accidents that happens there were directly hitting people. Pedestrian crossing. Perhaps few also came in like vehicles collision, but that happens because they don't respect the traffic rules.
Exactly.
Instead of using the other lane, they will come head to head.
Yeah, that is why I want you to explain how vehicles then should use it. For example, there are people who are said. Actually, Omar will tell you. Omar will bring the driver's concern, but the public concern has been, for example, if you were to go to Coastal Road from Airport Junction, and you definitely live on Yarambamba, the other side of the road, and you take a vehicle now from Airport Junction. Before you arrive at Coastal Road, you need to stop, and the vehicle doesn't have. The vehicle cannot. Vehicle have to stop you somewhere, and then you cross the road. There are no flyovers. They said. How are flyovers not part of the project?
Actually, these are considerations government. Initially, it was not in the initial plan. But government is considering all those things right now.
Why is that done, Mr. Mane? Because one should have thought that if you have a highway, and you must have people must cross the road safely. Yeah. But there does not seem to be any flyover from end to end.
Yes.
That put passengers, pedestrians at risk if they now want to cross to the other side.
Let me come in there. What you just said is there.
Yeah.
The design stage and up to now is there. The project is in phases.
Okay.
Right. Like that's what I said. The safety component of it. That's another phase of the project.
I see.
But that's what we call the footbridge.
Yes. Exactly.
The footbridge at where, because these are, like I said, this is a new thing in the Gambia.
Yeah, but what would have told that?
Yes, I understand. That's why even the first time that we opened the road, the contractor opened the road from the Airport Johnson to Costa Road. This is one of the problems why the pedestrians were not, because it's a vast distance, and this is it's a speedy road. And a speedy road, you don't expect people to be, like you just said, crossing from this one, I had to wait and cross, because 3 lanes in each lane. That is risky, and that is the safety component of it. The component is because it's in safe phases. The crossing, the government, this project is not solely sponsored by outsiders. The government also
but one
sponsoring.
One would have thought that, I mean, from the very starting, when the road has been open to
no,
people,
the design is there.
Those should have been there in the first
the design
place.
is there. It's not like it's not there.
But now people are using the road and it's not there.
No, it's not finished. The road is still under construction. And under construction, you have to go in phases before you implement that one. If you implement that, that will even obstruct the road workers, because they have big machines crossing and do. So those are the another phases of bringing those ones into sections, like villages, crowded places where people converge, like you said, crossing from Yarambamba to this other side. So it's there. When we get to the implementers, the fixing of the safety aspect of it, the government will fix that one. That is the safety component. It's in phases, like we go gradually. Right now we're dealing with the infrastructure, that is the main road. But all these things, even the painting and whatsoever, the signages, everything
have not been put in place.
No.
So if in the absence of all this, then we are really
that's why we're here.
We're really concerned with how to sensitize the people.
That's why we're here. So I urge the sensitization to continue, because this is everybody's stake. The life that will be saved there. I might be the victim, or you, God forbid. But that's why we're here to sensitize. The road is still under construction. People need to understand.
Exactly.
It's under construction. So
you've been compelled under the circumstances to have it open.
Yes.
But ideally, one would have waited until everything is over, all the safety things are in place. But under the circumstances,
the official opening.
That's ideally, yes.
Ideal.
But under the circumstances, because of the rain and the inavailability of roads, then you have to use it.
Exactly.
But then we have to address the risk factors.
Big time.
Hence this panel. So you want to say something before I cross over to?
To continue with, what I was saying, I will still pick it up even from the sensitization component. There's a budget laid aside for the sensitization.
Maybe I should have submitted a budget for this program. I should have submitted a budget for this program.
We even receive invoices from you.
The Kerr Fatou. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we already have. we already received. We have. A video.
I see. Demonstration of the,
and also a voiceover and etc., which we're going to.
Fantastic!
To you guys. And based on that discussions, invoices were all.
Very good and fantastic. Yes.
Yeah. To continue with the with the sections, the flyovers. We have. Currently 2 under construction and almost done. You can see the one at Coastal Road.
Yeah, you mean the bridge? What they call it?
Flyover bridge.
Oh yeah.
Right now, all what the construction.
I've not seen anybody use that yet.
No, because we're still working. We left with the waterproof. The priming, and then we put the asphalt. But the ramps connecting to the bridge has been constructed.
Yes, I've seen that.
And then we're going to have railings, side railings,
yes, to protect people.
So
who uses that from airport to Senegal? Is one who doesn't need to stop anywhere.
Those from the airport and going direct to Senegal could use the flyover bridges.
They don't need to go.
Those from Senegal going to the airport
can still use it.
But even in between, if you are moving, you're going down from Senegal to Coastal Road. You can use the one for turntable, Brusubi, and then when you get down, you want to use the round.
That's depending on where you stop.
Yeah, depending on where.
So somebody who is not stopping anywhere, I can just stay on them and then go anywhere.
Yeah.
But is the bridge also double lane?
Yeah.
It's double lane.
Yeah.
Okay. It's dual carriage.
Yeah. So the other thing I wanted to see.
So what about those under? The traffic that will flow around and under.
Under the bridge.
Yeah. How do you go about? For example, if I were to come from the airport, I pass Coastal Road, I pass Sukuta, now I'm coming to Turntable, and I want to go to Bruford.
Yes.
Yeah, you come underneath the bridge. There's a roundabout which will link you direct to the Bruford Highway.
What about somebody coming from Sukuta?
The same thing, you come, join the roundabout under the bridge and go to Bruford, or you want to go to you want to go to, how to call it?
No, somebody,
airport,
at the moment, as it stands, somebody coming from Sukuta now, if you reach the bridge, what do?
You go round under the
You're
bridge.
right or under the bridge?
Right, you
right
go round,
towards the right,
bridge,
and then go towards Nawe and turn.
No, you under the bridge, it's a roundabout.
Oh, that's a roundabout?
Yes, you go straight, use the roundabout, and then go.
I see. To any direction you want.
Yeah, you can. We have the photos here, though we don't have much time.
Yeah.
But
no, we will do this on video.
That's why it's called a distribution.
Yeah, that's
point.
right. So I just want to know how is it distributed.
Yes, coming from Sukuta, you were talking about.
Yes, you come to the traffic. You come to Bursubi.
The GNPC building.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. Where do you go?
If
you want to go to Burford.
If you want to go to Bruford,
you continue?
No, you have to use the roundabout. You come to the roundabout, take side and go.
Go towards the right?
Yes, to your right.
To your right?
Yes, and you go.
I see.
You know, because you are not turning back.
You
are going straight. Normally that is a straight intersection.
Exactly.
So you just approach the roundabout, go to your right and go straight.
I see.
Yeah, that is it. Well, if you are going to Senegambia,
yes,
from Sukuta, you just have to take your right.
And that's it.
Yeah, and that's it. You are not
even going.
You are not turning.
Yeah,
you are not turning.
You just
take your right and go through and you climb up.
But I mean, okay, you are not obstructing somebody coming from Coastal Road.
No, Coastal Road will be over.
That one will be over. Okay.
Will be up. You will be joining the post.
But even if that person doesn't want to proceed to Senegambia, he wants to go to Burford.
Yes.
Where does
before the bridge?
Yes.
That's a distribution.
Oh, okay. Before the bridge.
That's where you have the side roads.
Okay.
You know, that's the service lane, the service road.
I see.
This service roads, that's what you're going to take aside and use the roundabout and go away.
So what I'm getting at is none of this traffic who are not using the bridge will have to wet each other or bump on
No. But that's why it's called a freeway.
So they will never.
The purpose of a freeway is to avoid with the traffic buildup, traffic jam.
Yeah, traffic
like
jam.
what we experience in other road.
Yeah.
You know, so when you have a less traffic on the road, of course, I mean, the
other big issue people said there are no enough exit points on the road, and people raise this question like, if you were to come from, if you were to come from anywhere between these two distribution points, you are compelled to go up to the end at the moment as it is before you can exit. Where are the exits? Right.
The exit will not be there because that's not the purpose. You know, this
come on, but even in Europe,
I
mean on the highway where there are exits.
No, exits will come. Yeah, because this is you will be on the freeway. This is a speedy road.
Yeah.
Now you see where currently we are using as diversions.
Yes.
Yeah. That should be developed. No, that will be developed later by the government.
Okay.
To cater for what you're talking about.
I see.
You don't have any business in going to that direction. You use this. Like example is the Banjul Highway where you have those one Gimpex.
Yeah,
you see those service lanes?
Those side ones.
Gimpex service roads.
Yeah,
and you have the main highway in the middle.
Yeah.
You don't have any business going to Banjul. You use that one. So it's going to be a similar one.
Fantastic.
So that's what we call a service lane. Okay. The service road will complete this one to become a freeway.
Let's hear from another what I would call a horse's mouth, the driver's mouth. The driver who uses the Omar is president of the Gambia Transport Union. What has been the concern of your people so far?
Thank you so much, Mr.
You must be very impressed with the road. You must be grateful to for the road, isn't it?
Yes, the first time.
Mr. Manis expect you to thank him and his
time.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I think the National Road Authority and the Alaska are doing a very good job in terms of this new free highway. As driver, this is not the first time we have seen this type of roads. We have been using it. We understand the traffic, where traffic is supposed to walk out there. Already we started informing our people about it. But the most concern what we are here today are not put in place. That's the security measures. So that is the threat we have. So today we want to engage the public. How can we engage the public if this, the visibilities are not available? So that's the concern we have.
Yes. Certainly.
So and number two, Mr. Kumane was saying later government will pay.
Flyover.
So, no, not flyover. The
Service
road.
Service road.
Later.
So you mean that is quite ambiguous.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that means we're going to have a challenge. Yeah, because we all know this highway is in the reservoir areas.
Yes.
The movement will happen anytime, any moment. So if that figures are not there, the security is going to be continued. So for my point is here, we all know the environment we are living today. The roads are not ready, and that is against the Traffic Act to use it. But during the environment, that's why they force, to open it. But what most important is we need to put some sort of figures there. Because the accident happened at the Yaramaba area a few months ago. I don't know, the experts are here.
Yeah.
Who is going to blame? Driver? The pedestrian? Because no marking is there. So who will assume the responsibility here? So that's going to give police difficulty to come in their conclusions. So I think what we need to do, and this is not the first time in the city of the Gambia. We see the design since initial stage, but I think what most important as of now, we need to have some security figures. Because now at the end of the race, that's not in 2 months, 3 months. No, after the season, I expect to divert traffic back again to normal traffic. It's going to be challenging. So I think the NRA need to be, with the arrest need to be, try to fast track some things like security figures to put in place, so that the drivers, the president, motorbike school can know the traffic, so that we can engage them directly according to the signs. But today, if you want to do so, it's going to be very difficult because the security figures are not visible. Police are doing very wonderful job. You are seeing them, but they are night at the traffic. But sometimes they are at risk.
Yeah,
can
we talk about that?
So, and number two, the second issue I have is about the police are doing very good job, but people are there, I didn't know they are experts. This is the mobile, the PIUs. Yeah, because I don't think they understand the traffic issues very well. Okay. So in that case, I think the experts are responsible. Somebody do one thing, you can face full force of the law. But if you want to negotiate as of now, it's going to be continued. Gambia, we believe in Masla syndrome. Yeah. The philosophy I have as a Gambian, if somebody do bad, wrong, let's fake the full force of the law. Tomorrow, people like us will be afraid. So for the in this current situation, the way traffic people are using the road is very unfortunate. Okay. That's the danger. That's a danger for all of us because even today, I meet almost 3 to 4 vehicles having crashes in the highway.
I saw a few.
Some of them is direct traffic. That is very dangerous. So I think this is the most important aspect we need to put in place for us. Good. To put the right people at the ground, and NRA also with the arrest key. We all know we have challenge, but let's put some certain figures so that he can direct us.
Okay. Police Commissioner King Colley is from the Traffic Division. King, in the absence of all the safety and security marks that Omar Sisse has been talking about, and that Mr. Mane talked about, and as well as the Ying of RXC, you as the police most definitely have a big job here to ensure that traffic rules are obeyed. But then of course, if they are going to be obeyed, there has to be indications as to what to do to ensure safety. I also observed that with the opening of traffic, these 2 lanes from both directions, you often have traffic jam at the turntable. There is now what the professionals call distribution points, turntable, Jabang Johnson, and Coastal Road. I observed that traffic is jammed there because every 5 minutes there is a flood of vehicles coming from both directions because traffic is free. So you find out that when the distribution is not fast enough, you always have a jam because the two sides of the road are feeding the distribution points every minute because they are coming fast. And then it happened to me. I got jammed in traffic for nearly 30 minutes at this Jabang Johnson. So how do you go about to regulate so that, especially at these distribution points, there are no traffic jams?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chan. Good afternoon to all my panelists here. Yeah. I'm also the proprietor of this media house. Thank you very much. I would always say to share my observations and also observations of some senior government officers to the technicians here. Exactly. Both Ning and from the NRA. You see the Javan Johnson, need to have a bridge, a flyover.
And it's not in the design at the moment?
If it is not in the design, they should include it there. Yeah.
Okay.
Last week, the Vice President of the Republic of the Gambia with 2 ministers met there, and this was their observation. The Ministry of Works, Transport and Infrastructure and the Minister of Interior. Because one day the Minister of Interior himself, together with myself, we were there trying to control the traffic. Bridge at Javan Johnson is going to be more far important than the one even at Old Joshua, Old Yundu.
That's the coastal road.
The coastal road. And even here. Because that Javan Johnson will ease the traffic from Banjul Serekunda to Brikama Highway. Most of the workers from Banjul could use Sitting Corner through Sukuta, Jabang, and then Jamanjeli. They distributed to go to Brikama. But there is always a problem. And whenever the road is even completed, if that roundabout is there, my brother is going to be so laborious on the side of the police. No matter the handful police officers you post there, the traffic will jam.
I got jammed for 20 minutes.
Some people were there for 6 hours.
Oh my goodness. I could not believe what was the problem. Because
you know how much why Umar was saying the PIU, because the mobile cannot do it alone. Our strength in mobile is about 500 plus countrywide. So mobile.
But you have the expertise. I mean, the PIU will come and want to force everybody to do this.
That's what they do. We are the lead agents as mobile, and PIU used to help us to make sure that we make the traffic easy. With their absence, no way we cannot do it alone.
You mean the drivers will not obey you?
No. In fact, we find it more difficult with the government senior officers, particularly security officers, of disobeying us.
Really?
We end up charging people. We end up giving them, even security officers, we end up giving them mandatory fine. There is a case even in hand. I'm not going to mention from which
unit. I can understand.
Yes.
So there should be attitudinal change towards the police traffic.
And then, actually, before whether the government is going to make an extra payment to the contractor or whatever, but there is a need for flyover at that junction.
Good point. What about the policing now of the roads? I've seen that some of your men, I see them at intersections like Mariam Kunda Johnson and some other crowded areas. They are doing a very good job in that I see them trying to tell the drivers to slow down or to allow people to cross. But then sometimes it's too late, because when the drivers see them, they're already at top speed, breakneck speed.
Yeah, actually.
Even your own safety now, I'm concerned.
I will go back to what Umar have observed. In as much as we have opened the road, I've been always in lockerhead with Mr. Nying. When he called me to say we are going to open, I say don't open. How expensive this road is. The life of a person is more expensive than this road.
Obviously.
So if you open and there will not be safety for the people, it will not going to talk well of us. Because what happened, if any accident happened there, they will not pick point to Umar. They are not going to pick point to Mane, neither Nying, but to the IGP. He is not doing well. When IGP is doing his very best, you know, the last resource that IG have has been explored to this highway. That's why you see anti-crime, not only PIU. You see anti-crime there, you see PIU, you see general duty, you see mobile traffic there. And we always proactive. When there was this Tobaski, we acted in a manner to save life. And thank God, we have never recorded any.
I have not seen.
No. It has.
But I do see vehicles. I've seen vehicles that really did they kind of,
they
how
hit.
would I call it?
Just overspeeding. They hit. They hit the barriers. In fact, I passed about 4 vehicles on the highway.
Yes.
Just from airport to Yundum Johnson.
But there have not been any fatality.
No fatality. Those ones in fact, are very good for them. The other one,
you said yes. Accident is never good for anybody.
the other one, because they are overspeeding.
They are overspeeding.
There is a law that regulates you.
Yeah.
Within the residential area, you should not run more than 25 kilometers per hour.
And this road, incidentally, is basically going through only residential areas.
Exactly. So what is the need for you to go on a speed over 70 kilometers at 90 kilometers?
Omar, that's your people's problem.
And what happened was, the last one that I saw hit even the barrier, that concrete barrier.
I saw one in Turntable here. I passed it there the last time.
The concrete barrier. Was the driver sleeping? Ask Omar. The driver took this
Omar,
tobacco.
Omar, people said what you know, it is a paradox. I mean, whenever the road is good, the driver is on a crazy mission. Speeding comes in there.
That's just common.
So that's the irony. When the road is good, they're supposed to be safe. Exactly. But then when the road is good here, ironically we get into accidents. And speeding is to blame.
Yeah, Mr. Jam.
This is
Mr. Ding is coming with.
Yeah, this is the speed limits for this project as the road is under construction.
Is 20 kilometers.
You can see even in Borough Pits, from Borough Pits, these are the
quarries, okay.
20 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
10 kilometers in construction sites, like when you go to active road, active construction sites, like right now, you can have 30 kilometers on passing vehicles.
Yeah.
Like vehicles using right now, they cannot go, you cannot go beyond 30 kilometers.
Yeah, exactly.
Then urban roads, like if you move towards, as far as you are driving to, in parallel to the construction, you don't go beyond 40 kilometers. And 80 kilometers,
that is when you
even for our vehicles, when you are on countryside. So like our vehicles will plow the road going to Jiboro to collect laterite, they can go beyond 80. And this is not being respected.
So this area, as far as this is concerned, from Airport Junction to Senegambia, that can be described as where? Within which range?
Yes, this is on the
30
kilometers. You cannot go beyond. And if you see our traffic signs, the kilometer limitation put on the road is 30. You can see it on the road.
Yeah. I mean, if the road is free,
under construction.
Under construction.
If the road is free, motorable, 30 kilometers can bring you to your destination in no time.
And before Umar you come, you've mentioned one thing about our safety.
Yes.
Yes, we are there. Police officers spend night on this highway only just to save life.
Yes.
But including their own life.
Yeah, of course, I've seen them on the road. I said,
you cannot save someone's life when your life is not safe.
Yes.
So if we are there, we have to do it technically. That's why we ask them, don't stand on the middle of the road.
Well, I saw your men standing in the middle of the road.
That is daytime. Sometimes.
I think sometimes around night.
No.
They have these reflectors.
Cones.
Yeah.
These cones.
Yes.
If you see the cone, you need to obey it. If you don't obey it, you contravene the law of the traffic. Under section 84(1) in bracket. It says an object that is placed there to direct the traffic. If a driver bypassed it, means you have contravened. If the police officer is there under section 84, says a police officer who stands on the road and direct you to any direction should be obeyed. In contravention is a violation of the Motor Traffic Act under that section.
Good.
But the drivers will come, sometimes even not the drivers, let me not even trouble the drivers. Our own government senior officers.
When you say drivers, you mean everybody.
Yes. You mean everybody. Government senior drivers, particularly the security apparatus, they will find these junior officers there. You carry a big rank of a general, of a commissioner, of what? And you are the one who assigned these junior officers to work for you and to save life of you and others. But instead you will come and disobey them. You are not disobeying them. Don't look at their rank. Look at them what they are saying.
But they should show the biggest example.
Exactly. But no, they will not. In fact, all the cases that we have is against senior officers of the government.
I like his boldness because it's not the general public.
I am here to inform the general public about that. Because when things happen, can I tell you one story? when that rampant accident was happening between Old Yundum to Airport Johnson, do you know the data? Almost 6 people lost their life with that temporal opening.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When that happened, there was an accident. That particular person, we have to collect his particles.
Absolutely.
He was broken into pieces. We have to collect them.
It was horrific.
Right? And it's just when this thing reached at a certain level, of the highest level of this country, the blame goes to who? Not the NRA, not RSK, but to the Gambia Police Force. It was, that day was a very hot day on my head. Because people seem that we are sabotaging the IGP. Or people might think that IGP is sabotaging the nation. When it is not, it's because of the attitude of the people. We have, among the best IGPs we have, I can say it anywhere. I don't need his promotion.
But eventually, of course, you know where the trouble
Whole life.
lies.
He cannot promote me anymore now. He can only recommend me. But the truth is the truth.
Absolutely.
Right? If anything happens on that day, the blame goes to him. And the blame goes to the entire police force. Are we the one who make the road?
No.
Are we the one who design the road?
Yeah.
Are we the one driving?
No.
Are we the one who kill people?
So you need, like in every policing matter, you need the cooperation of the people.
Exactly.
Yeah, because if everybody obeys, no matter how effective the rules are, it can only be useful if they are obeyed.
Exactly.
Why there is order? America is bigger than Gambia. UK is bigger than the Gambia. It could have been more chaotic than the Gambia. But why is it orderly? Because everybody respect the rule.
You know, Mr. Cham, what most important here, I think discussion centered within the Bertil Harding Highway.
Absolutely.
The cause of accidents are many. We don't want to reach there. But what most important here is the most of accidents we record in this country, maybe we can say accident. But in real manner, you cannot call them accidentally. It's a reckless.
They are avoidable.
We can avoid
in many cases, they are avoidable.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the case. So in that situation, the attitude is the problem. Starting from me.
Attitude, yeah.
Starting from me, including the motorists, pedestrians, all of us. But what most important in this case here now, we want to save lives.
Yes.
We want to put safety precaution at the places.
Yes.
But what am I going to say again? We open the highway. People don't know, they put deaf hair on it.
Yeah.
But historic figures. Let me tell you an example. We are here to protect the rest of our members. Am I right?
Yeah.
If accident happen, the police can defend their case through evidence. Evidence means traffic sense is evident. Reflector is evident. If unvisible, we all know we have a judicial system. We can defend the case because how can the places you cannot drive 20 km per hour or 30 km per hour. This will be will be reflected at the signboards. So this is the case we are talking about. We want to protect life, but what I'm saying here again, the national authority or the contractor, they open the road partially during the environmental challenges. Yeah. But we expect as soon as possible to put some meaningful signs so that it can help the police to do their work. Because in that area, that accident happened at the Jabang Highway.
Yeah.
The person was crossing, but it's not a crossing area. How can he define it's a crossing area? Because nothing is happening there. The driver there is supposed to drive 20 km per hour, nothing is affected. So this is the case in terms of law. Now, what am I expecting from the police? For my understanding, if somebody do one thing, the person will be punished. But that punishment is to not rely on the King of Heart. King of can charge, but you need to defend on the evidence. So if the evidence are not visible, he cannot do anything. So he took money before the court. So they will hire a lawyer, they will free the man, go back to the traffic. So that's why I'm urging it now. We know we understand the cross, but I know to put these traffic signs, it's not much difficult. Me and you and Kinko, but the Nazareth and the Araski, it's not difficult for them because we understand some security figures are available because I'm part of road safety committee.
Mr. Mane,
yes.
When he said, okay, we all understand that due to circumstances, the road is incomplete, but of course under the circumstances, we have to allow people to use the road. But one would have assumed that at least what Omar said, the basic safety things. I mean, things like flyover we know can wait later because it involves a lot of capital investment or etc. But basic things like road safety, speed limit signs, and diversions and whatever you call it should be in place.
Mr. Chairman, we have a law in this country.
And as an authority, I mean, I think you should exert influence on the contractor to ensure that at least basic safety things are put in place.
Exactly. We are not easy on the contractor. He knows it. I always fight with him. Even he does go on site. When I get there, if he asks me, how about this, I always tell him it's not okay. I'm not satisfied with it. And just to tell him that he needs to do more, better. The Gambia government, in this country, we have a Motor Traffic Act. And it's a binding law. And which says that if the road is under construction, there are laws governing that, starting and ending, period. When you say a particular road is under construction, the law is there to back whoever make an accident there. That's the same law they're going to use to prosecute you, right? But what he's saying, he's right. But to his understanding, I am telling him, is not in every 10 meters you have to put speed limits. The beginning of the project, if you said road closure, road under construction, speed limits will be there to say it's 30 kilometers per hour or 25 kilometers per hour. In intervals, putting it there is to remind the drivers who will go beyond, but that doesn't mean that the police cannot have a section to find them. Because we all know Bertil Harding is under construction. Even you are a stranger in this country, the moment you are getting in, you see a signboard that being displayed. The contractor executing against the National Roads Authority, the client, the Minister of Transport, and whatsoever, right? And it will tell you it's under construction. And if you go to the end there, which is the sting corner, is still there. So in interval, there are few. But what we are here for, the drivers, Omar, you are their peace mouth. I believe you have a better understanding than them. Bertil Harding, they all know. Why you disobeying? Let them know the traffic act. Let them know the traffic rules in this country.
So you are saying, in a sense, the very fact that everybody knows the road is being constructed, that is enough to sensitize them to conduct themselves.
Sensitization aspect is not enough.
No.
We still have to be reminding. That's why we even have preachers in everywhere preaching people. But we all know our right, what to do. That is attitude. Attitudinal change doesn't mean that if the law is not applying on people, the attitude there is not going to change. It's not only by talking.
Okay. So let me ask this question.
Yes.
Now that the roads, well, at this moment, you said because of the Tabaski festivals and of course the onset of the rains, we were using the roads. Are we going to continue now? These are the roads going to be open now until the decision?
Yes, contractor come in, then I'll close. Yes.
The road is temporarily open for this
feast.
So it's going to be closed?
Immediately by Monday I'm going to close the road.
How are we going to go now? Because
listen, let me tell you, because of he mentioned about road safety. One key component or issue there is, which government requested from us is that we have to do the road marking.
Wide margins.
Despite that the road is not yet ready, we just have the first layer, but still the NRA and other stakeholders, the police insisted that we have to mark the road so that we can demarcate the line so that it will be more visible for people. We're going to do that. We've already arranged for that. Our meeting, the meeting he mentioned here, every 2 days before before the Toboski, we have come up with that. Coming up with the other safety measures Omar mentioned, the traffic signs, as he said, we have it. We have a traffic management plan. If you go using the diversions, you can see we have this 30 kilometers signboards all over along the road from airport to but we have a major problem. All we talk about here, I can say 80% of the problems we are facing is attitude. attitude when it comes to the road users, attitude from the community. If I tell you that some of at Sukuta traffic light, we have signs to tell people that this is a roundabout. Could you believe that those signs has been uprooted and used for scrap metal? I lose more than maybe 50 signboards, or even I can call it 100 that are lost, stolen. Cones, brand new cones you put on the road, you don't find anywhere.
What do they use that for? Football?
No, the cones, maybe Jonas and Fulas will steal it outside.
Maybe boys
If not, when comes you go to, I can invite you to Old Union Johnson. You will find he mentioned about the law, what the law says about the corn you put on the road and the new jerseys. Let's go to Airport Johnson right now. I'll show you a heap. More than 200 of those materials has been crossed to zero. We have to pick and drop because you will put a barrier here. Someone will, one driver will come and break everything. Even these concrete ones.
Yeah.
Concrete. Even you go to Kerr Johnson, the one on the right, when going is hit by a vehicle, is all damaged.
Mr. Cham, Mr. Cham, on a more serious note, the Gambia government is very, very sensitive and very particularly my ministry and the National Roads Authority and the safety aspect of this project. We are not joking at all. And what is happening is, yes, that is the side of the people. That is what the people are doing. That doesn't mean that we will not do what is expected on the ground. The National Roads Authority, being the executing agency on the ground, representing the Gambia government, we're going to make what he's just saying. Well, that's the attitude of the people. But we cannot rely on that. Always, we are telling him, it's your responsibility, the contractor, Even though every day, today you put this thing there, it will be stolen, it's not our problem. Our problem is we want to see it on the ground. This is saving people's life. It's binding. It's on the contract.
So he's saying that
they are doing well. They are doing well. They have a trouble.
Yeah.
Why? That's why we are here. We still have to talk to the people.
Exactly.
It's not. I am still saying that is still not an excuse, which he knows and he understands with that one. He's telling us his side of constraint that he's having, which is true, and people need to change on that.
Yeah.
This road, there are no good road, highway roads being constructed before in this country that doesn't come with full-fledged, King Kwali is here, full-fledged road signing and Omar with markings. And scrap metal has already done worst in this country, but we are not relenting. We should not be basing our, because we still want the road to be safe.
They will close the roads on Monday. It's National Road Authority
in
approval of that.
Yes.
Mr. Tam, sorry.
Don't talk. Listen, don't talk. If I allow you to talk, you talk.
People are started using it. At least there is some sense of degree of safety on the road, thanks to Kikoli and others. You want to close it now, and the rain is getting heavier. Where are we going?
Mr. Cham, the road, we all understand. Everybody is talking about this road. We need to complete this road, and so that people can use it permanently. It
but
is not
under the rain, you cannot do much.
No, of course we walk. What goes on under the rain?
Under the rain?
Yes, we go with the weather. We go with the weather. This is not the first time that we've been constructing roads under the rain, right?
But they cannot be so effective as.
Of course, it's effective. It is. We in consultation with the weather forecast and whatsoever, right? And there are measures on the ground when it's raining. What you need to do. Right, whether you should continue or what you should do on your section to make sure.
Engineering is that you make your settings and the rain comes and it's
not all. You remember our South Bank project that with ballast?
Road,
yeah. The road being constructed, even your first layer you lay, there are methods that you do that will protect your layer. It will not be washed out by the rain.
Okay.
So that is our end. We have a timeline for this project.
Okay.
And if we allow the contractor to reclose the road for the traffic to go back to the diversions, they are not going to just close and send the vehicles on the diversions. The diversion must be properly maintained.
But that's not the case now.
They will. The contractor will do that before we allow them to.
This place already flooded.
That's what I mean. So, the NRA is coming in. We have a consultant, but NRA is the general consultant. We're going to make sure the contractor put, the diversion on a motorable before we will allow the traffic to move.
The rain is not waiting.
No. They already did something on the side. That is trenching, digging trench. That will be collecting water from the diversions. All through, you've seen is there, and that is to help. If they upgrade the diversions, water will not be stagnating on, like you say, in other places, because side trench has been dug. That will be collecting water on the surface of the diversion. We'll be observing. When we are satisfied, we'll allow them to move the traffic back.
Let me ask, because obviously, if the NRA, of course, have the overall oversight over all the OIC projects, I guess.
Yes.
What happened to the feeder roads? There was going to be 20. There were supposed to be 20 of them before this Bertil Harding Highway would build. So we would have thought that if those were ready, we probably would have some sort of relief, in terms of diversion. But the state of those roads is pathetic, to say the least. What is the fate of those? What is the fate of those 20 roads?
Well, it's not perceived.
I know those they're given to different contractors. Not
Yes. That is our 50-kilometer road.
Those were the roads that everybody believed would really have helped this situation very well if they have been by now. And if my facts are right, those contracts were given even before the RXC Bertil Harding Highway. Am I not right?
Well,
they've been 18 months now.
Well,
since they announced that the contract
there is the same OIC.
What is the fate of
contract? But what I'm saying is, the Bertil Harding is unique.
No, I'm talking about.
I understand. I'm coming there. The status, they're still moving. They're still moving. In fact,
18 months.
These are series of roads, not only one connection to another. Some the asphalt work has been completed in some areas, right? You see I'll give you a few examples. That is the old IEC, now GPPA. That is the intersection on Kairaba Avenue, that run to Joshua. Asphalt work has been done there.
What about the one from Burfoot?
Burfoot,
Madiana, nothing has been done.
Not much. No. I know. He's from Burfoot. I can understand. I understand your concern, and it's a road.
We would have been talking about that.
Yeah, but of course, the road behind you, that is from the Walden on Bertil Harding going through Willinkama going to Ghana Town is on high speed.
Yes.
The contractor is working, even though we should understand that is going to your town. Yes, it's still on. It's still in progress. We still appeal to the general public. The contract, that's the other side of the contract. Most of the time, you give a contract out. You have some here and there.
You cannot terminate the contract if it is
I'm not saying this is contractors should not be blamed. In this case, contractor is not solely blamed for the delay whatsoever. Is a multiple thing, because remember, this is not the contractor who is a player on the ground. Every contractor, I believe, you make more money.
But one would have
you make more money, or your profit
one would have
sooner or as
the National Road
easy.
Authority, the government's oversight on those things. If they are delayed 18 months or so.
No, but it's the contract. Delaying here.
18 months.
No. Delaying in the sense that the contract has expired. It's still valid.
But it was supposed to be 14 months.
No, the contract is still valid.
Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, what I mean is it's definitely
maybe
the completion time is gone.
No, that's your understanding.
Really?
Yeah.
They told us 14 months.
14 months. When does it
November.
work?
When
does
the
it start?
Laid the foundation.
Yeah, they have delays. Like I said, they have delays.
What? They have been extended.
No.
No, but Mr. Jam, my thought is on the
Wait, let me finish.
No,
Why I bring this related? I mean, we were talking about the lack of
that's the point I want to talk about.
based on the Harding Highway
yes,
would have been reduced. Would have been reduced if these roads have been ready. They are already 18 months after we've been told.
Yeah, I'm just, what I make my, point on about the 50-kilometer roads we are talking about, because it's affecting all of us. That is the cause of this big traffic in these highways. Okay. That's hard fact. Whether Bakar, you can frame it no matter what you want, but the contract is not working. If President come out and say this,
the President himself was very
disappointed, but still nothing changed.
Yeah. The President himself was very unhappy with
yes.
Which is true. I am not trying to back to say it's going very well. I said here it has delayed, but the contract is still ongoing, which we understand. But now I am telling you now, the contractor speed has increased than before. Right? Because I was talking. You allow me. I know we had delays on this 50 kilometers. We could have make a big relief on the Bertil Harding Highway, right? But after that delay, now we're making some progress. Okay. So the progress is that what we are counting on, that we are relying, we are pushing them for them to adjust their speed also. Obviously, the damage has been done. That is the delay part of it. But I am telling you from here before we come back from the rainy season, we'll have a greater progress.
I think he might not come to the point directly because he's directly involved. What happened is trying to put you on the spot. What happened is here, as always, we do say, Gambians, we are very good in writing, we are very good in talking, but when it comes to implementation, it's always a problem. Okay. And what can one link to that is attitudes. We need to change our attitudes. Thank God we have a dynamic leader, as he said, in their department, a new director. I think when he resumed his office, many things was changed. I'm not saying the previous director was not working. I will not say that. He's a friend of mine. He's very hardworking. But sometimes when people are used to you, they tend to take you as their grandfather or grandma. But this is a young guy. He don't take anything light. So that's why he's saying things are now working well. I see. Now, I just want to go against him on one point.
To disagree
with him on one point, to Ming's side. Let them remember that they gave them contract, and that contract is money. And they are spending money. If you are making signboard, placing signboard, people of nowhere coming to remove that signboard, replacing that signboard, it is money. We have a sign writer, lot of money. We have a sign writer in our unit. Lot of money. That is Sonko. We used to buy metal about 1,500. The bar is not there. The stand is not there. Almost if one want to find like no parking signboard also, we charge the person 2,500. Remember those 2,500 or more than that, because they do more professional than us. More than that. Would that add something to their budget, or it's subtracting something from their budget? All what I want is money to tell the driver, Umar, is I know it is going to be the driver. My accused persons will be the driver. The driver.
King is not sparing anybody.
Yeah, the driver. Because they are even at our area. When we place these signboards, in fact, when Mane told me that we are placing signboards from Banjul to Serekunda, I told him forget it. I think I told you that. I told him forget it. If you put it in the next 2 days, 3 days, they will remove it. That is attitude. But whether it is there, excuse me, whether that signboards are there or not there, they are covered by law. No parking area, no stopping. We put it there once, been identified that from Bertil Harding Westfield to Serekunda police station, the signboard is under that mango tree. Sometimes when we park, people they say we did not see it. I said, I'm not saying that you see. Who see law? Who touched this law? Nobody. So don't tell me that I didn't say it. It's a violation of law. So obviously, if you violate it, you will face the penalty. Whether they remove it or they don't remove it, the matter of the fact is there. As long as you are within the residential area, you should not run more than 25 kilometers per hour. Whether the boards are there to tell you or not, the law is saying that. So it is better for those who didn't know, and for that benefit of directive of those boards, let them leave it there.
Okay, Mr. Jam, one second. Can you make very big allegation here?
Not allegation.
No.
Not allegation.
No, but we don't have time. No, we don't have time. I just want to, say only one, two things.
Yeah.
To remove the sign, but I don't think we don't have time for that. We are very busy person. I think that is other people. But number two, accident can happen.
That's why you
just
said that accidents are way. That's what they said.
No, but can happen.
Okay.
Accident can happen every time. So what most important about the road signs or roads, traffic roads, you understand it very well. But you cannot charge me for no parking area which is established not there.
Who tell you?
Let's I'll challenge you. Because court defend on evidence.
Yes.
Can I tell you one section? Section 65.
Okay.
Whether the signboard is there or not. Why Section 65 of the Motor Traffic Act? Let me read it for you. Okay. He said a person shall not cause or permit another person to leave his or her motor vehicle on a public highway. A person who contravened that subsection commit an offence. A fine not more than 15,000, not less than 5,000. In default, 2 years imprisonment.
Okay. You don't.
Did they mention whether the signboard is there or not?
You don't.
Yes,
we have seen people parking vehicles
But let me help here.
Let me come. Let's try to go to general public directly.
Yeah.
We are talking about the Motor Traffic Act.
Yes.
Don't park your vehicle on a dangerous way or public highway.
Yeah.
But now, in this highway, from here to Basse, if you want to park, where are you going to park your vehicle? Let me talk, King. We need to connect things. Infrastructure is not there. How can you go to off-road if the feasibility is not there?
But you cannot park on the road.
What I mean, let's try to restrict each other. Let's try to restrict each other.
You don't need to be told.
For example, you are heading to Basse. You want to relax. Where are you going to relax your vehicle?
You go off the road. Go to one village.
No, let me tell you. You have series of vehicles, series of type of vehicles.
Yeah.
Mr. B, you not only your private
vehicle. Lorry can go to a village.
No.
Can pull in
No. That's because the king cannot allow it. He will never allow that one.
King, if you get to Collier with your truck and you want to park, you will move into Collier village.
No, he will never allow that.
But not on the highway.
With your truck, you go inside Collier.
The issue here, let us not divert our topic. The issue here, let us not divert our topic. This is what the law says. No, this is what the law says.
Defend on evidence. If evidence are not there, maybe law. No, my brother. Let's discuss it. Evidence is not the law. You don't understand what evidence means. The court of law defend evidence. If evidence are not available, my brother, you cannot prosecute.
But what we are trying to drive,
of course, Umar,
that's the hard fact.
Umar,
we are trying. What we are trying to drive is there are certain things you don't need to be told or to be shown a signboard that you should not park here.
I understand that one very well. But let me tell you one thing: you cannot drive 30 kilometers, more than 25 kilometers, not 30. On the Motor Traffic Act, not 30, it's 25 kilometers per hour. Not 30, even 30 here, not 30 at the law. Number two, if traffic is supposed to direct me, no, I'm talking about the law, I'm not talking about the book, I'm talking about the
law. Yes. They said countryside you can drive up to 80.
Yes, 90, even 90.
No, this is our project rule.
But I'm talking about the law.
But
I'm talking about the Motor Traffic Act. I'm talking about the rules. Your rules and my rules are different. I'm talking about the law who govern me and you. Yes, not your rule, the law who govern me and me. So number two is, if the traffic need to, you cannot turn here. Something need to be reflected on, you cannot turn here. If that's not there, you cannot come accountable on that, because I don't see. How can you for me to see that? That is the point of
we see your point. You are saying that his point is there has to be indications.
Just indications
that the drivers can go by. But of course, King is right in some other aspect that there are areas where or circumstances that you not need to be told. You should know by your for your own safety instincts. No, I cannot do. But I want to come to Mr. Mane and Mr. Nying now.
Yeah.
Now that you are closing the road tomorrow, Monday, That's very bad news, actually, for people that...
Yes.
Mr. Murray...
But did you agree?
Mr. Murray asked whether he agreed. But he is...
No, but the agreement or not agreement, agreed, it cannot be discussed here. What I'm saying here is like... What I'm saying here is, the road was open to allow traffic during the Toboski.
Yeah.
The road, we plan to open the road for the rainy season months before the Toboski. We have series of meetings, which we are told to do A, B, C, and Z. If you take from turntable here, going towards Airport Johnson, you can see that there are some concrete blocks, zigzag, which was recommended by the police that we have to do it with reflective, tapes and etc. These are one of the measures required to reduce the traffic. You mentioned about the PIU or the anti-crime standing on the road. If you check, they are all standing by that zigzag where people have to go completely down their speed, and then they will be there to tell you go down your speed and then move gently.
Or allow people to cross.
This is one of the conditions recommendation we get. The other one comes from other experts, which is putting the
wide margins.
Yes, that one. If you don't do it, do you think we can do that whilst the traffic is on?
No.
They will kill everybody. So this is why we have to stop the operation. Vehicles using the road. Obviously, we cannot do this. Coming to the range, yes. Last year we never stopped since we started. Last rainy season we walked throughout. But I can remember around kilometer 5, 6 coming towards Sukuta traffic light. We walked during the range last year throughout. We walked.
All right, Mr. Mane.
So what I wanted to add on that is also about the damages. He mentioned that these are not excuses. The reason why mentioning it here is exactly what King is saying. We are mentioning it here and the stealing of the materials to enlighten people. We have a program, sensitization. People have to stop, and you can close. You close an area with materials, someone will just drive in forcefully and damage all those materials and go. Is it sustainable? No, it's not sustainable. Just few days ago, last week, I can say, a team of girls, young girls, drove into a closed area. The next thing, they have to come down their vehicle, fighting the workers, and the workers are there. And actually, we didn't even close the whole road. This is the road. We close up to here, so we are walking here, and we allow you to move here. You decided to come here directly. They have to fight them and even get eventually to Sukuta Health Center, finally to Burusubi Police.
The lady took the key
and punched someone.
Assault.
Yeah, so all those things we are facing. This is why this important. We really appreciate and acknowledge this program we're having today.
Send them an invoice.
No, we will continue.
Let them pay.
Mr. Mane,
Yes.
finally, since you are the authority, with oversight, over both the contractor, the drivers, and all that, you are the National Roads Authority. So how can we as the Gambian population, drivers and pedestrians, what should we expect now in terms of this Bertil Harding Highway usage, or its closures, its safety measures, or maybe the progress of the road itself? Because if I understand, phase 1 is the one between airport to Senegambia. I remember government went to parliament to look for more money for phase 2. Is that from Senegambia to Stinkona? Is that not right?
Well, it's the general in completion of
about some 861 million.
Yes, that's the gap.
That's the gap.
Yes.
So the first phase, how far in completion is that?
Well, the whole project is 24 months, right? So 22 months. 22 months. The progress is 60. So today, is
60%.
60%.
The whole project or the first one?
The whole project is
60% done.
Yes, 60%
that's
done.
good. Oh,
It's
that's tremendous.
by today, even though it's supposed to be 66 by the progression, but as of now, it's 60% done.
Yeah.
And the force.
So you want to say the contractor is lagging behind by
Well, it's within our threshold, which is a tap for them. And I hate giving them compliment positively. But that's the actual status.
So 60% of the first phase is complete.
Yes. So meaning
the whole. So which means, of course, what is left
is 40. Because the major job.
Well, with the funds, are
the whole
they will
is
finish it before.
Everything is 22 kilometers.
Yeah.
Now 14 kilometers. That's the first phase.
Yeah. Has been done.
Yeah, 90% done.
14. Then we still have
because we still have to another overlay of asphalt from Airport Johnson to Senegambia. It's double ceiling.
Oh, really?
This is the first ceiling.
Okay.
Even though some people are asking, same thickness is it this way? No, it's not finished. That's why we're going to close the road again to come up with that last layer. Then we'll do our painting for that section. All right. And from Senegambia to Stinkona, that is 8 kilometers. So that 8 kilometer is the one that we are progressing about, with the other work to be finished 40.
When you get the money, even in the range, you will do it.
No, the work is not going to stop because
the work is not stopping. Money is not the issue.
Money is not the issue about the project now.
Okay.
That is the first and second phase of the completion of the overall infrastructure. So basically,
what estimate can you give that the whole thing will be finished in the next 6 months to 4 months?
By June 2024.
Next year, July.
Oh, in 1 year time.
Yes, that's the elapse of the project. Next year by July.
Well, with the pace they are going, I think they will.
If you see the second phase, the major issues on the second phase, which is the culverts, particularly the major culvert, which is the bridge culvert at go to stream.
Yes,
it's been done, and right now all the swampy areas. Construction has been done on the swampy areas. So then the major issues. Even the road.
What about the Kotu road there? As you're talking about, is it going to be like last year? Last year it was flooded.
Do you know
go there.
Do you know do you see the bridge?
Go there.
Absolutely.
The bridge is, you have 4 cells. Each cell is 3 meters wide. And
so it's not possible for that road to be under the water now?
No, it's not possible. Because you can even drive a small car underneath that
I
and go ahead.
Area completely. I go by Manjai Road.
No, now it's
still
free.
doing some embankment. That means it's going to be a bit higher raised than before. And what is the major causes of road, especially these projects, are service relocations. Service relocations. I know. Service. They delay the project.
For example,
Gamtel there, fiber cables and those lines, the poles over there, moving them. This is
and of course, demolition.
Yes, demolition and compensation. That is the sole responsibility of Gambian government.
Yeah. I mean that also caused process.
That's the major delay on the 50 kilometers. Because that is
one of
the residential areas. Bringing down you've seen
Bruford and other places.
Breaking people's houses and so everybody is coming now. Moving even the service is a problem because the service, you cannot move the service without a space.
I've seen that now it doesn't want you to remove their poles on the right hand side of most roads. I don't know.
No, most of the time it doesn't mean that they don't want to.
Because the implications too many.
Yes, we have to also balance moving a high tension pole somewhere else and telling the opposite one to compensate.
I see.
You have to balance and see the sensible one you go with for that one. So the alignment has to go with it, even though we have some issues, pertinent issues coming from the Coloban, Talending area. That goes where you have these massive high tensions running from. So if you have to move all those ones, comparing you know, then you have to move in both sides, compensate, and move that one.
I see.
And
so now you come to the point. So it's not just the.
But that's what I said.
It's not just
it's not about the contractor.
No, listen. It's not just about the contract.
No, that's why I said the contractors should not be blamed, because
now
this
you
is
come to
now you are
coming to the point. The delay with the 50 kilometer feeder was not just.
He's not giving me chance. He has no knowledge. Listen to me. This is my
because of modern legislation. Now we are understanding.
On a serious note.
Now we are understanding.
Yes, on a serious note, the contractor, if we have to send all the blame to the contractor, will not be fair.
We won't be fair with them. Yes.
Because, like I said, you know, that's why we even had to bring in soldiers, the engineering unit of the soldiers to be part of, to help in relocating these services, both Gamtel and Gamsel, Nawe, so that if we don't have space, the contractor cannot have cannot work on the road.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need space, and in moving those ones, you need to compensate first. And the compensation package, some will say, "Don't bring my fence down if you don't give me money."
Don't give me money.
So it's a multiple.
Mr. Cham, I know the time is already done.
I didn't
But Baka, you want to tell me?
It's now understood that it's not just
No.
a contract.
Baka want to tell me they don't do the proper study.
Logistical,
Baka want to tell me they don't do the proper study before they come.
What do you mean by that? No, allow him to
No. Because
it has been done.
You have been giving somebody a contract, 1 year period. You know the circumstance before that contract. You need to put it in place first.
Yeah.
So, no, Mr.
Allow him.
So, if you have been contracted, Mr. Cham, for 1 year period, so now you have been told because of A, B, C, that's why Mr. Taka do this work. So that means you don't do your homework.
No, let me help you here. Let me help you. You know, let me help you. Let me help you. They are always at loggerheads.
That is, you're talking about
because that needs to be cut out.
Let me help. I'm helping.
Okay.
You're talking about the design. We'll have a design for a particular road, and we know the width and the compounds is going to affect. But remember, this is a money coming into this country. We don't have the money in hand, so you cannot demolish. You don't even have the money. It's a full package for a project. Where if you receive the full package, you start working. If you don't receive, how can you start your work?
So next time before President go out, please try to bring him very soon. Last time before, she was very disappointed.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Nene Nying from RXC, engineer, of course.
It's my friend though.
Today I brought pigs and chickens together. I didn't expect it.
We have been together before, not RSK.
When I was at NEA, we used to.
I see.
This is
This highway literally issue.
It was very balanced.
But you said it was not balanced. When you saw it,
no, it's balanced. I didn't expect a very calm program, but
you cannot be calm. Bringing us together, you cannot be calm.
No. Police Commissioner of Traffic Unit, Lavin King Al-Haji, of course. And then I have Bakari Mane. I don't want to use your initials. Or is it very commonly used?
In fact, that is
more commonly used.
Yeah, use that one. Babai.
Well, Bakari Babai. Mane.
Exactly.
Deputy Engineer at the National Roads Authority. And Omar Sis, of course, the President of the Gambia Press Unit. I'm talking about press. I'm concerned more about myself. Gambia Transport Union, thank you very much. I want to, President Barrow is very, very passionate about these projects because he's been talking about it. He said, "Come on, when it's ready, you people will see something. People will fly over." And he's very excited about it. And he wants, and he's very keen on. One day when he retires, he said, "Look, you know what? Jawara did not bring this. Jambe did not bring this. I brought this." So President Jambe is watching us. So he just said, "We say congratulations, and we hope we have, all the now that the roads are coming to shape, we'll have a beautiful, infrastructure system in the coming years, of course." Sure. Thank you all, gentlemen. This has been the brunch. I'm Lavin Jam. I'll be back next week. Till then, goodbye.
We live in a day and age where technology is creating a world without borders, filled with unlimited potential to improve the lives of the people around us. Innovarex Global Health ushers in a new way of leveling the playing field with increased access to quality healthcare services delivered at your doorstep. Our qualified professionals are equipped with state-of-the-art point-of-care testing technology to conduct tests such as kidney function, liver function, electrolyte tests, body composition, hemoglobin, A1C, and many more services with the highest efficiency in delivering results. The addition to our flagship Wellness on Wheels, more fondly known as WOW Delivery Service, brings the entire clinical experience full circle. IGH has remained committed to creating the future of healthcare delivery. Gone are the days of sending loved ones outside the country for basic medical services. Innovarex Global Health offers a new peace of mind and takes pride in delivering the quality of care we all deserve.
Islamic microfinance is becoming an increasingly popular mechanism for poverty alleviation, especially for developing countries around the world. This microfinance service adheres to the principles of Islam as a form of social responsibility. Yona Islamic Microfinance is the Islamic microfinance of choice in the Gambia, trustworthy and reliable. At Yona Islamic Microfinance, we provide savings products, current accounts, financing products in conformity with Islam. In addition, Yona Islamic Microfinance also offers local and international remittances, takaful fund, management of zakat, management of awqaf, trading and investment, and building of strategic partnerships to bring financial services to the doorstep of the poor with donor projects, madrasas, youth organizations, women groups, and farmer organizations. Make a choice with Yona Islamic Microfinance today. For more information on Yona Islamic Microfinance, call 377-2151 or 9832-151 or visit Yona head office at Tipa Garage, Bakote, or visit any Yona branch located countrywide near you.